believe he could kick it that far. He really drilled it.
Gogolak is ready to kick off. The Cowboys have Dwayne Thomas, number 33, and Mark Washington, number 46. Deep in the second half is underway. Washington, 9 yards deep. He almost had another one there.
I think Gogolak's been taking Geritol or something. He has really been bounding that ball.
His field goals, by the way, which have accounted for all of New York's scoring, 40 yards, 42 yards, and 54. He missed from 55. Dallas has scored on 2 bombs from Craig Morton to Bob Hayes, 38 and 80 yards, and a 28-yard field goal by Mike Clark. First and 10, Cowboys at the 20-yard line. Calvin Hill trying to get outside. Up to the 25. He was submarined by Spider Lockhart with Heck coming across.
I'm sure that Tom Landry was working with his assistants and his players at halftime trying to generate his running game. We mentioned the Cowboys were number 1 in rushing in the National Conference, but they were having a tough time moving the ball on the ground in the first half, gaining only 30 yards. And their highlight of their first half was 2 touchdown passes to Bob Hayes. That was about it.
Dan Reeves has come into the ballgame replacing Hill, who might have been shaken up on that play. Dwayne Thomas carrying to the 27. That'll set up a 3rd and 3 for the Cowboys. Again, Heck, number 55, in on the stop, along with Jim Knickie, number 73.
And you hate to have a man like Calvin Hill on the sidelines when you have a 3rd and 2.5, or 3rd and a 3, as the situation is right now. But Calvin Hill is stretching his back. He looks to be okay. But he would be the man ordinarily who would get the call if Morton decides that he can run with this 3rd and 3.
Wenzel to the left side, Hayes to the right. He's got Reeves and Dwayne Thomas in back of him. Thomas going to be close for the first down right at the 30-yard line. Jerry Shea on the bottom of the pile, number 75 for the Giants. And this one will be watched closely.
Just going to be where they determined the momentum was, and as you see, coming up short by about a foot.
Ron Whitby will be forced to punt on 4th and 1. Giants with Bobby Duhan, number 28, and Spider Lockhart, number 43, deep. Nice high spiral. Fair catch. Duhan at the 26-yard line. Let's check some scores for you.
Well, as you see, Cincinnati is 23 to Buffalo's 14. They're at halftime. Molden has kicked another field goal, 13 yards. Pittsburgh leading the Jets 14-3. Philadelphia now out in front of Miami 17-0 at halftime.
Our score 17-9. Dallas leading New York 1st and 10 in its first possession of the second half at its 27-yard line. Ron Johnson straight up the middle across the 30 to the 32. Showing some real power. Boy, he can go inside or outside effectively.
St. Louis, who is tied with the Cowboys for the lead in the Eastern Division of the National Conference, out in front of Boston 14-0. MacArthur Lane on a 25-yard run, MacArthur Lane on a 14-yard run, and Kansas City over Houston 7-3. They're in the first quarter. Those games, of course, starting a little later.
2nd and 4. New York at its 32-yard line. Don Herman wide to the right side. McNeil split a couple of yards to the left. That's Ron Johnson in motion. Fredrickson getting the call, and he runs into a stone wall. Bob Lilly, number 74, is there for the Dallas Cowboys, along with Larry Cole and several others. Well, what do you think that field goal did as far as the Giants are concerned? You think they could have given them a boost right there at the half?
Well, I'll tell you, it certainly gave Pete Gogolak a boost. Those things help, though, when you can get on that scoreboard right at the end of the half and you don't think you're going to, and I'm sure that most of the Giants didn't feel that Pete could reach it that far.
3rd down. New York needs 3 for the first down. The ball is at the Giant 34. if there was a loose football, there was, and the Dallas Cowboys recovered at the 35-yard line. It looked like either Chuck Howley or Bob Lilly, number 74. Lilly it was who made the fumble recovery at the 35, and that type of thing has really hurt the Giants this afternoon.
It's twice now that Fredrickson has given up the football. In the first quarter, on a fumble, the Cowboys got a three-pointer, and they're very close to the three-point range right now.
Calvin Hill is back in the ballgame. The pitch to Walt Garrison, who's also in there for the first time since being injured some 3 weeks ago. Garrison carries to the 29-yard line, a pickup of some 5 yards in the play. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Minnesota, 13. The Washington Redskins, 7. Cox has kicked another field goal for the Vikings from 17 yards out. Look at this. New Orleans over Detroit. They're in the second quarter, 3-0. Chicago 13, San Francisco 3.
2nd and 5. Nose of the football just inside the New York 30. Calvin Hill has the first down at the 24-yard line of the New York Giants. Last year's NFL Rookie of the Year. He was injured early in the Kansas City game 2 weeks ago in the first series, and last week picked up just 10 yards and 10 carries against the Eagles. So his production has gone down somewhat. Of course, they've been using Dwayne Thomas so much more since he's done well. 1st and 10. Dallas at the Giant 24 early in the third period. Garrison inside the 20. Moving to the 17-yard line. Garrison suffered a knee injury several weeks ago, and that seemed to have slowed him.
Let's take a look at Garrison. He doesn't act as if anything is wrong with him. He takes a little hop step. Now watch him plant his foot, cut back, get away from Bob Lertzema, number 71. Get away from Jerry Shea. Finally, Lockhart drops Garrison on just about the 17-yard line of the Giants.
Pickup of 7, 2nd and 3. Dallas from the New York 17. Ditka is in for Norman, the tight end. Garrison to the 15. Hazeltine, number 64. 73 is Jim Kanicki. 58, Jim Files. That'll set up 3rd down and a long yard needed for the first down from the 15.
Now Pettis Norman has come back in, and Ditka, who went to the sidelines, has come back in replacing Rensselaer. We would assume for additional blocking strength, get the bigger men in.
There's Hayes in motion. Garrison thrown back at the line of scrimmage. I don't believe he made that first down. And needed a yard. He picked up maybe a half a yard at most. That'll be 4th down, and now the Cowboys will have to make a decision.
This is middle linebacker Jim Files. At the bottom of that pile, Matt Hazeltine, 64, Fred Dreyer, 89. But Files was the man who was able to push Garrison back. And the field goal unit has come on for the Cowboys.
Mike Clark has hit from 28 yards, missed from 32. This attempt with Reeves holding will be from the 22-yard line. Virtually no angle at all. It's good. The Dallas Cowboys 20, the New York Giants 9. We'll be back with the Cowboys kickoff in just a moment.